All right, let me hear what Will Smith is talking about. I gotta hear with the buddy, with the homie, Willard Smithium. I gotta see what this is about. It's been a minute. It has been. When did he slap Chris Rock? How long ago was that? So if that was in March, then he smacked him in 4 months ago, 4.5 months ago, something like that. Oh wait, it's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. You asked a lot of fair questions. No, I didn't. That I wanted to take some time to answer. Nice. What you got, Willard?
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?
First off, this is a dumbass question. He smacked him and then accepted his award like 5 to 10 minutes later. How would you have built up the resolve to smack somebody and then built up the same resolve to apologize 10 minutes after? How would that have happened?
I was fogged out by that point.
Obviously.
It's all fuzzy.
He was still mad.
I've reached out to...
Why would you say sorry the same night?
Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out.
Okay.
So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
You're where? Where exactly are you when he wants to talk? Because this is not a conversation that you can have on your YouTube channel, on Red Table Talk, on nothing. Yo, these socks? Honestly, I just noticed his socks. Those are kind of fire, low-key. These are actually some fire-ass socks. Maybe, I don't know. We gotta see what the rest of what he's saying.
I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family. Okay. Specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man, and this is probably irreparable.
I mean, not probably. If you smack my brother in the face, like even if he get back cool with you, I'm never talking to you again. I'm gonna set you up, high key.
I spent the last 3 months.
You on my dick? I scratched the outside of my nose, bro. I never go in.
Replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults.
So here's my
Jada
thing.
behind the camera with cue cards and a gun.
Stop. Especially after this thing just came up, after Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? That's crazy. Here's what I will say. You get it? Anyway, here's what I will say. for a lot of people, smacking the shit out of somebody and then going on about your life doesn't require or demand an apology, because the reason that you will smack somebody in the mouth for talking crazy to you is because they was talking crazy to you. But the reason Will Smith, there's speculation over why Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. There's so many reasons that people thought would be, you have to look like a man in front of your wife. You got to be a man in general. Like, for most people, if you smack somebody or you punch them in the face or y'all get into an altercation, like, it don't require all this. But like, when you trying to prove so many other things wrong, you have to like go back and think about why you actually did it. Like, for Will Smith, it probably wasn't just because he felt disrespected. It had all these other things to do with it. For the average person, if you smack somebody in the mouth, you just going about your life. It don't require all this. But he's apologizing because I don't think he know why he did it still. He's still unclear of his resolve.
After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris.
And she may not have told him verbatim to do anything. Her look might not have told him to do anything, but her body language and the way that she probably reacted to it, he saw it, and that inspired him probably to do what he did. I can say that. I don't think she explicitly told him to do anything, though.
Jada had nothing to do with it.
She definitely had a lot to do with it, but it just wasn't her fault. She didn't tell you to go up there.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen.
Fuck them niggas.
And tarnished.
No, I'm Joe. My bad.
Tarnished your moment.
W. Samuel.
I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down?
Yeah, you let Nas down. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck, bro? To be fair, I don't know, bro. Some things you just gotta live with, cause it makes everything look worse. Even if Chris Rock did accept this apology, he's still gonna be, accosted by random fans who gonna tell him you got the shit smacked out of you on stage and you didn't do nothing. He gonna be like, other niggas are probably gonna look at him as weaker now because, oh my God, you didn't do what you supposed to do when this nigga walked up on stage and smacked you in the face. Like, what's irreparable isn't the relationship you've got with Tony Rock. What's irreparable is the damage that you did to Chris Rock, which is why, for me personally, he said I wouldn't let that happen to me. For me personally, I would have understood if Chris Rock just said, fuck this stage and these people, I'm about to beat the shit out you. As best as he could. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to defend myself in some way. Because that don't just stop there, bro. It don't. You feel for Chris Rock? Yeah, like, I just don't. You know what's crazy, bro? I don't like this apology only because it's not a mistake. I don't like that. I don't like that whole like, oh, I made a mistake thing. Like, this isn't a mistake, bro. You live to regret it. You did something and you look irrational because you don't know why you did what you did. The action itself, to me, I don't really have a problem with, to be fair. I still don't give a shit. I still don't care. Because niggas get slapped every day. Niggas get beat every day. But if you don't know why you did it, it's like, all right, bro, now it's null and void, and now you don't look like you got a leg to stand on. But I understand though. Sometimes you just lose your temper. I guess I understand what you're trying to say.
So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when
Shawn
I let
gets
people
slapped
down.
out of enjoyment.
So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human. And
let me go back. Let me hear that. Let me hear that again. Let me see what you're trying to say.
I'm
trying to decipher.
I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right?
I don't care if it's boring. I like to see people reflect on shit. I don't care if you think it's boring.
Amy Schumer TBH.
Amy Schumer should have got smacked for those jokes she was telling, but not by a man. Relax. Do you, like, for me, I feel like you should be ashamed if you there, like, it's nothing wrong with feeling shame for you feeling like you did something wrong. That'll help prevent you from doing it again. You don't have to be proud of the thing you did. It's okay to be ashamed of it. But I also think something about what he just said about living up to people's expectations, that don't just exist for, like, the world. That can exist for what you feel like you need to be for your wife. And this is my problem with niggas like Andrew Tate, I don't know what Kevin Samuels to preach, to be honest, like that. I really don't know. But the manosphere and shit like that. Niggas like this will preach and tell you that you have to be an overly aggressive and overly assertive man in every instance, in every scenario. They tell you that you have to defend your wife in every situation. And they teach you a lot of the time that the best way to do that is by overpowering other men. And so, alpha shit, basically. And so when they do shit like that, and it puts them in this position, those same people will also come back out and criticize them and call them overly emotional because you reacted physically with something that someone said. I'm just saying because I see clips of them. That's all I'm saying. If that's not a natural part of who you are and it's such a manufactured part of your being, you should not do it. Now he on here explaining himself to random niggas when in reality, all you got to do is talk to the nigga you smack. Now, he don't want to talk. Fair. You smack the shit out of him in front of millions of people, in front of the world. In front of the world. He don't have to forgive you if he don't want to. He don't have to forgive you. But that's between you and him.
You should make vids on how to be alpha.
I'm not an alpha male, bro. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? And that's enough. You're you, and that's enough. You don't need to be nothing else than what you are. If that's anything else that's not who you are, that's what makes you a beta. Cause you listening to other niggas tell you the type of man that you should be, that's beta shit. That's beta. To be honest, to be fair with you. I'm gonna let another nigga tell me how I'm supposed to live my life, and I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna get on YouTube and start making all these preach videos.
I'm a seaman and I'm proud.
That's what I'm saying. Be proud to be seaman. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm not about to let no other grown man who don't fucking know me, who sells courses to other niggas who are impressionable because they don't get nowhere with women and they feel like the world is against them because they don't get acknowledged. I'm not about to let a nigga who runs a legion of niggas like that tell me what it means to be an alpha male. And this is where, like I said, someone like a Will Smith, who doesn't naturally seem to be a violent person, goes wrong and does a violent thing, and now he coming back and reflecting because he seems like a genuinely introspective person. Now he's sitting up here looking crazy, and not nobody respect what he did.
Seminators are strong, handsome men.
That's what I'm saying. Be strong, be handsome, be yourself. You ain't got to do none of this extra shit. This shit right here is just posturing because of what you think a man is supposed to be. In reality, you could have laughed it off and been like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to that nigga about that later.
You should watch the video of Andrew Tate going on a date. It goes exactly how you expect it to go.
We tried to watch it, but I don't think I could get through it. I don't think I could get through it.
All my semen rise up.
All right, we not about to do that, bro. How the fuck you turn a 5-minute video into 3 hours? It's been literally like maybe 10 minutes. What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
See how TF turning this 5-minute video into 3 hours.
Like you on my dick right now. That's what you doing. You being a beta male. As an alpha male, I would never take that personally. So as the alpha inside of my alphaness, I'm gonna tell you a bitch right now, to be fair. But as I said, this type of shit, how you looking crazy. And I also, one more thing, I'm sorry, I just gotta get this off my chest, okay? I don't like how people were promoting the violence. Now me, I like the violence because I grew up seeing some shit like that where niggas just, you talk crazy and then a nigga get hit and that's just what it is, and then niggas get over it. That's it. That's the way I'm used to people handling their issues or whatever. You talk after, but you gotta watch the shit that you say too.
Part
Chris
of
Rock,
me
honestly,
thinks he's only apologizing because he's blacklisted from Hollywood or some jobs.
who give a fuck? He's Will Smith. He's a billionaire. He don't need to move. He don't need to work no more. I'm sure he loves it, and I don't think that he should be blacklisted. He's done far. There's been so many far worse instances of other people doing shit like y'all niggas keep interrupting me, bro, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all not gonna back me up. If that nigga start roasting my shit, y'all niggas gonna sit up there and laugh at me. But there's so many other things and other people that have done so many far worse things. Nigga smack somebody. It is what it is, bro. It's over. It's over, bro. It don't nobody care. Not like that. Not like that. But I don't like how people were in love with the way he decided to defend his wife, even though it clearly wasn't in the nature of the person that he's promoted so long. That I don't like. But I still, like I said, agree. I'm not in favor of everybody getting hit just because they start talking shit, but I'm also in favor of don't be surprised when a nigga smack the shit out of you if you talk crazy about somebody that he loves or cares about. That's all I'm saying. If you talk crazy, regardless of what setting you're in, about another nigga's love, wife, son, daughter, anything, don't be surprised if he smacked the shit out you. Was it right? No. Is it understandable? Of course. Of course.
I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Okay, bro, we're not friends. And it's okay. I don't know you. You don't know me. They don't know you. It's not that I'm unimpressed. It's just like, what am I supposed to do with this? Who are you apologizing to other than Chris Rock? Like, you don't owe me shit. You don't owe regular niggas shit. You ain't do nothing to me. You ain't smack me. This is just a prime example of you feeling like you're indebted to the world when you're not. You do not need to explain yourself to random niggas. Call Chris. If he don't want to talk, cool. When he ready to talk, if he's okay with you publicizing the apology, go for it. Go for it. But you don't need to talk to random people. Even though I get it, you smacked him on stage. Still don't matter. You don't owe the world nothing. And if Chris Rock don't want to accept your apology, that's on him, because he's the one that got smacked. He can never talk to you again. Low key, he could get the shit beat out of you, and you couldn't be mad. Shit come with consequences out here, bro. So I'm not saying it was like a horrible apology or nothing like that, but it is what it is, bro. You don't owe me shit. Niggas get smacked every day. It is what it is.